All right, guys, you're welcome to Low Key GH. My name is Mashaki Jenikete. And as usual, the season has started, and we have a lot of things to talk about. Aze, I feel you know, look at streets, you know, the sports in Hong Kong. As usual, end that day, I am privileged enough to have Akwesi Paradise. Later on, Bands will also join us. Then we'll get to talk about a controversial conversation happening around there when it comes to Pedri, Vitinha, Jude Bellingham, and one way or the other, Enzo Fernandez being in the story here and there. We'll look at that later on. But then, for now, we'll look at the games that will be coming on this weekend. Now, Kasi, first of all, how are you doing?
Ade, I'm fine.
How have you been?
No,
How's Manchester United treating you?
Oh, like, Abi, you know.
What do I know? How is Manchester United treating you? You say Abi, you know. What do I know?
You don't know.
What do I know?
Okay, so it has been a better and everything is actually good.
Yeah. Everything is actually good for you?
Of course.
Regards to United. Are you sure?
Sure. I'm 100% sure.
Is it because you won against Chelsea?
No, not that. So the thing is, we all know what's coming. Our coach said that the Storm season is over. Right now, as I'm talking to you.
After winning against Chelsea, the Storm season is over?
No, he said that last season.
Oh!
He said that in our last match at Old Trafford.
Well, anyway, so United is playing against Brentford this
sure.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
Since you're a United fan, it's your team. You're starting with that match.
Yeah, sure.
What is going to be your prediction in that particular game?
Well, we are going to win that match because, honest, we are going to win that match.
Is it going to be an easy game or you are going
It's going to be an easy game because you see, this is a Brentford team that is there without a certain Mbuemo, a certain Norgard, and Wissa. Yeah. So if you're a coach and you are playing against Brentford, that's the one winning. Then I don't know what you want to tell
so
your
you
people.
think that is a mass game for?
Of course, bro. Of course.
Okay. Right. Anyway, and Chelsea will also be playing against Brighton after losing to Manchester United.
Yeah.
A very poor side, Manchester United.
Sure.
You know, in the beginning of the season.
We are not that poor, like you are saying.
You've had a very poor season.
No, but one thing.
Last season, they come into this season, even your starting is no good.
Sure.
Put all jokes aside. And then this Chelsea team is a world champion, FIFA club champion. A team that won against Paris Saint-Germain, a 3-0, trailing 3-0 against Paris Saint-Germain. A team that's a Ballon d'Or winner. It's not as easy as you think. Do you get it?
Yeah, I understand.
Now, Chelsea lost to Manchester United. Are we going to see a Chelsea team that will come all out to battle against Brighton?
Wait, before I even answer your question, you have to also understand that Chelsea coming up against Manchester United at Old Trafford is a kind of history. Since 2012, Chelsea has never won a match at the Old Trafford. So that particular match wasn't like United is poor, United. No, it's a fact. So it was clear that United will win that particular match.
All right. But now, what I'm asking is that Chelsea losing to Manchester United, a very poor side. Now they are going to play against a team like Brighton, very stubborn one.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think will be the scoreline?
Honestly, Chelsea will fumble in this particular fixture.
Chelsea will fumble again?
Yeah, sure.
After losing against Manchester United?
Yes, because honestly, Chelsea they've not impressed me throughout this season. They've been like coming up and down. So I think Chelsea will fumble, but then they will find a way to get the maximum 3 points because they cannot afford to lose two matches in a row. It's almost crazy.
Okay, I get it. By the way, there are some other fixtures that will be coming on Saturday. As I said earlier, on Brentford will play against Manchester United. We have Chelsea against Brighton. We also have Crystal Palace against Liverpool, a very crucial game. Hugo Ekitike has been in form.
Yes.
Ishak had his first goal for Liverpool over the midweek when they were playing the Carabao Cup as well. And so we are looking forward that these guys will come out.
Yeah, but Ekitike will miss that particular match because of his record.
I think the record wasn't the Carabao.
No, it actually affected the EPL, so he will miss that particular fixture.
And then Manchester City against Burnley, an interesting game. City has been having some sort of adrenaline performance throughout the beginning of the season,
and Burnley too have been like a stubborn team. Yeah. But this is Pep Guardiola.
They in Sunderland.
Yes.
It's interesting.
But it's clear and obvious. City will do the work.
They will win again.
Sure.
All right.
And Haaland will be back in that particular fixture.
He has always been back.
Yes.
Haaland has always been back. So we have Nottingham Forest against Sunderland, a very important game for Nuno Anja Postecoglou, actually. Big Anja. So it's a very important game for him. after drawing 2-2 against Real Betis in the Europa League.
Yeah,
it's a very big game for him.
Sure.
But Tottenham Hotspur against Wolves. Let's talk about Mohamed Kudus. He stays so far so good at Tottenham Hotspur. Is it been good?
Of course, he has been delivering. Like Kuku is making every Ghanaian that lost footballer he's making the person happy because he's flourishing, he's swinging, the assist, scoring. I mean, look at the chance he had between him and Trafford. All the Ghanaians were not happy because Trafford was not shown a red card. Kudus at Tottenham is delivering. He's doing what he's expected to do. So I'm expecting him to go in that particular fixture and deliver. Like Kuku is making us proud. Kuku is making us proud. So
interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
So that is Kuku, yeah?
Yeah.
Como will play against Cremonese. Juventus should also play against Atalanta. We have in Cagliari against Inter. Inter, Marcus Thuram, and of course Kefan Thuram at Juventus. I mean, doing the two teams meeting, it was a crazy
fantastic game.
I mean,
it was a fantastic game.
Whoever was that particular game really enjoyed him or herself,
Sure.
But at Juventus against Atlanta is one important game for Kamad and Sulemana. If he get a nod to be on the pitch on that day to get a starting lineup, probably get a minute in that particular game.
I think
over the weekend he scored for Atlanta, which was very important goal for him. Now
he also gave an assist.
Yes, now there's been issues with Kamad and Sulemana with regards to the finishing aspect of him.
Yeah, sure.
I think you have something to say with regards to his finishing problem.
So I think I think he really has to improve on his finishing. And coming up within this game, per his performance in the previous match, if they put him in it, he'll really come up with a surprise because we all know what he can do as a player, and he has the quality of being a better player. So that is it for our star boy.
So that is in a Serie A. But if you look at the German Bundesliga, Heidenheim will play against Augsburg. We have in men's 05 against Borussia Dortmund. St. Pauli will play against Bayer Leverkusen. Wolfsburg against RB Leipzig. And of course, Borussia Mönchengladbach will go on and play against Eintracht Frankfurt in the German Bundesliga. So that is going to be a very important game in there. So check it out on Saturday so that you get to know what is actually going to happen in there. Now, in Spain, we have a very important game coming on. Getafe will play against Levante, Mallorca against Deportivo Alaves, Villarreal against Atletico Bilbao. But one important game is Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone going in toe-to-toe against Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid. It is the Madrid derby. The Madrid derby coming on this Saturday, going in tomorrow. Now let's talk about the Madrid derby. So far, so good. Diego Simeone's side and Xabi Alonso's side, Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid.
So you could clearly see that Atletico de Madrid is really suffering, even though they've not played much game in this particular season, but they are really suffering. On the other side, Real Madrid is on top. They are doing really well.
I mean, they have 100%
yes,
record.
If you look at their players, Kylian Mbappe is doing well.
Scoring,
even Rodrigo is not being featured in most of the La Liga games, but you could see that he still has that potential. Vinicius Junior, I mean, they are playing without Bellingham, but you could see that no one is missing Bellingham in this particular squad. So it tells you the kind of job their coach is really putting in. Now, coming up in this particular game, it will be a game of giddy because we know how Simeone plays. He's the kind of a coach that's really defend. So if you don't come out with a system that will favor you, you end up losing in there. So it'll be a fantastic game. But then I think Atletico Bilbao will do the things since they are playing at the Wanda Metropolitano.
So I think Atletico Bilbao will do that at Wanda Metropolitano. It is going to be Real Madrid against the Atletico Madrid, a very important game that is coming on. So, I mean, that is one game everybody is looking out for to what, at the end of the day, what is going to happen. The Diana Stars in the Ghanaian Premier League will play against Shedro All Blacks. It's also 3 p.m. Diana against Shedro All Blacks. Very important game on Saturday. Now, let's move on to Sunday fixtures and look at the matches we have as well. This is Low Key GH. My name is Meshaki Eugene KTAJ, and of course, I'm here as usual with the Akwesi Paradise. I've told you earlier on that Barnes would also join us so that we have a short discussion with what is actually happening. Today we are inside the Takrady Mall. That's where we actually bring you the discussion. Now, on Sunday, Newcastle against Arsenal. We have an Alexander Isak going back to Newcastle.
And fortunate for him.
Isak not being available Newcastle in their game
But we
against
have
Arsenal.
a certain whistle.
Now, Watamede is in there to replace Alexander Isak, who has joined Liverpool, and Juan Wesa, who also left Brentford and has also joined Newcastle United. Now they are coming to play against the side of Eze, Bukayo Saka. We have Victor Gyökeres, Trossard, Gabriel Martinelli. Now, the game itself, Newcastle against Arsenal.
At the St.
And
James
we are
Park.
against Mikel Arteta, St. James Park. Interesting game. A stadium that if care is not taken, only noise will let you lose a game. I'm telling you.
I tell you. So, one thing I've seen about Mikel Arteta is that he has really learned a lot. He has gathered a whole lot of confidence. So coming in this particular fixture, I think he can zoom in straight and take the maximum point.
Do you think Arteta has reasons as to why he does not have to win the league this season?
Bro, he has no reason.
Bro, with the squad, because
signing like 7 players.
I mean, we feel it there. This is the one. Motibiano or the Arteta. This is not FA Cup. This is a Carabao. But
Arteta should win a major trophy. He has no reason to.
Even look at the squad depth and all that.
He has no reason to bottle any major trophy in this season. No, because you've signed 7 players, including a goalkeeper. That's Kepa. Kepa is not a bad player.
I mean, he's a backup goalkeeper for Arsenal.
Yes.
David Raya, a first goalkeeper for Chelsea 7 years ago.
So it tells you the kind of investment the Arsenal board has really made. They've put in a whole lot of work. Signing Zubimendi, Mosquera. No, you look at their centre back.
Mosquera, fantastic.
A better player, fantastic player. So if Arteta doesn't win a major trophy this season, bro, oh yes, that's the reality. I don't see the reason why you should be second again.
What about Ruben Amorim?
So no, we are talking about Arsenal.
But
your man came in first season, went to a European final. He lost it. So when we now, so I think for Ruben Amorim, he just have to qualify United into European. I mean, he should be in the top 4.
Okay,
that is it
for
him.
Right. So that's how we see that. Now let's look at the French League the fixtures as well. Nice will play against Paris FC, Angers against Brest. We have Lille Metropole against Olympique Lyonnais. We have Metz against Le Havre, and then Stade Rennais against Lens in the French Liga. And if you look at the German Bundesliga, Freiburg against Hoffenheim, FC Cologne against Stuttgart, Union Berlin would also play against Hamburger SV in the German Bundesliga. And of course, if you look at the Ghanaian Premier League, which is a very important game coming on. Now on Sunday, Hearts of Lions will play against Bichem United, Karela United against Mediama Soccer Club, Nations FC against Samates. We have Visions FC against Hoho United, Young Apostles playing against Dreams FC in there. Now looking at the score there though, we have Sassuolo against Udinese Council, AS Roma against Hellas Verona, Pisa against Fiorentina. We have Lecce against Bologna. Now the game we're going to talk about is AC Milan against Napoli on Sunday in the Scudetto, Italian Serie A. AC Milan, Luka Modric, bringing stability at the midfield of AC Milan alongside Robin Loftus-Cheek. I mean, it's been fantastic pair this season. Kelvin De Bruyne, in another way, is actually linking up with Scott McTominay seriously in the Scudetto. Now, let's look at AC Milan against Napoli. What do you think the scoreline will be?
So, after winning the Scudetto last season, I mean, they've really made some.
They've still improved, and
that's what I'm talking about. Yes, they've really improved in terms of signing players and stuff. If you look at Højlund was at Manchester United. They brought him, and if you look at how
he started scoring.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I was like,
United is the problem. Don't let anyone lie to you. So if I see someone saying Amorim Abon, problem is just a team B board. So like I was saying, they brought Højlund, and if you look at how Højlund is playing, it's fantastic. They are still continuing what they did last season. The good job that they did, Antonio Conte is really doing well. So if Napoli win this particular match, I wouldn't be surprised. Even though they are the midfield of AC Milan will come in with a much stability than strength. But trust me, if this particular team take the 3 maximum points, I wouldn't be surprised because of what they are actually doing.
Okay. All right. So in the La Liga, we have Rayo Vallecano against Sevilla, Elche against Celta Vigo, Barcelona will be playing against Real Sociedad, Betis against Osasuna, Barca, Sociedad, a tough game.
Now, before that, let me commend your coach. He is really doing well.
Hansi Flick.
Yes, I think he has won his 50th game.
That was like yesterday.
Yes, I mean, it tells you the kind of... Yeah, this is a coach who came in. I mean, he took over last season, right?
Yeah.
This is a coach who took over, then he brought his own principle. Marcus Rashford was late for just 2 minutes and he was dropped. Yeah. It tells you, yo, the man is not, he's really in for work. Yeah. So Barcelona is really doing well. Yeah. I think right now they are behind with only 2 points.
2 points, that is Madrid.
Yeah, so Barcelona is really doing, if you look at the attackers, the midfield, the likes of Pedri, no, Bono.
We'll talk about Perry's case later.
No, that guy is fantastic.
Lamine Yamal is back.
Yeah,
Yamal will be joining the team. Now, without Yamal, the team will still be winning games. Do you think he's still going to be a good addition to the team?
No, we all know the potential the guy has. I mean, Lamine, his presence alone speaks a lot. And you defender now, Lamine, it's two things. It's either you foul him or the ball in the best shots. So
now, placing second on the Ballon d'Or, do you agree? Well,
no, I do not agree on that. No. I mean, he should be third. Rafinha has better numbers, everything. No. I mean, if you look at the criteria...
Even with Rafinha placing third, even with Lamine Yamal placing third, Rafinha coming second, at the end of the day, Rafinha was still playing on the fifth spot. Do you agree with it?
I personally want Rafinha to be on the second position.
Right.
That is it. Because if you look at the criteria, attitude off and on the pitch, decisive plays, then what the personal glories, everything favors Rafinha. But I think it was propaganda. The how do you call it?
It's about who you marketed. I think
that's what I'm talking about. So for Yamal being on second there, that one I don't agree on that.
Right. Anyway, so that is our question paradise. Now we'll be having some CAF Champions League games that will be coming on. And of course, we'll be having Nzigizi Hospers from Eswatini against Simba Buruha from Zimbabwe. Police FC from Kenya will play against Mogadishu City of Somalia. We'll be having Simba against Gaborone. We have Manga Sports against Rahimu. Rivers United against Ageo de Congo. Ahra Onduman will also play against Jamuz. Asek Mimosa will play against Power Dynamos. And we have Monatsu against East End Lions. Now, do not forget that Jaraf will play against Colombe. Al-Ali Tripoli will play against Daje. And then Kabilai, after winning against Bibiani Gold Stars in Ghana, we'll be hosting them in Algeria for the second leg, where Nodibo will also play against Fondation Bata in there. So these are the games that will be coming on in the CAF Champions League. Now, if you look at the CAF configuration as well, some of the games will also be coming on, where Azam will play against El Merreikh Bentiu. We have Zesco against FC Lebreve. We have Otoyo Dioyo, who will also be playing against the Agosto. We have Boli against USFA. And then, yes, of course, Kwara will play against Krobia, Kumasi, Asante, Kotoko. Very important game for the Ghanaian Premier League team in the Al Agda will play against Flambeau du Centre. And then Joliba will also play against Abia Warriors. So these are the games that will be coming on the African continent with regards to CAF Champions League and CAF configuration. We'll be right back for another conversation. Stay tuned. My name is Meshaki Jinkateje, and his name is Akwesi Paradise. Tadi Fabrizio. Together, we are holding you down right here on Low Key GH.